President von der Leyen, Gura Maigut, for your leadership during the COVID pandemic. Dankeschön for your strength in our response to the war in Ukraine. Merci beaucoup for standing up for the Good Friday Agreement and the Irish Protocol. And maybe personally on behalf of the European Green Party, can I say thank you as well for putting the European Green Deal at the centre of the whole economic strategy and social strategy for our union at this critical time. We know that that's the right strategy because Europe is at risk. We could end up in a situation where we import all our software from the West, from the US, all our hardware from the East, from China, and all our energy from Russia and Ukraine. And where would that leave us with security or prosperity for the future? We believe and agree, like you've shown in your leadership, that this is a time, in a sense, to go back to our roots. But instead of a coal and steel union, at the centre now is going to be an electricity cable and fibre optic cable future for our 27 member countries. And that strategy is why I thank you for the leadership that you are showing. It will be renewable, as you said. It will be digital and has to see nature restored for all our countries, all our people. Now, when it comes to Ireland doing this, yes, as you say, sometimes we can be a beacon of light, but we should be open and honest here and recognise sometimes in the last 50 years we've been through storms. Sometimes that light has not been seen. You have to accept us as a fellow member, in an Irish political phrase, warts and all. And in that 50 years, sometimes maybe we've taken our beautiful island with 40 shades of green for granted and not protected our own local environment. We tripped up on 2 or 3 occasions where we've had major recessions and seen ongoing immigration, and we all in this House recognise we've a real issue at the moment providing homes for our people and the people who come rightly to our shores in help and in need, and looking to be part of this, as you say, country with stubborn optimism and openness to the world. So we're not perfect, but I think in some way that puts us in a good place, that if we can live up to this vision of this low-carbon, digital, renewable future, actually other countries would say, well, if Ireland can do it, we can do it too. If the prodigal's daughter can make it back home to living on this planet in a sustainable way, maybe we could be a lesson to the rest of the world. And it's true what you say. We stand on the precipice of real opportunity at this cutting edge of the Atlantic, cutting edge of Europe, ready to tap into that Atlantic power and share it with our neighbours. The interconnector we signed with the Taoiseach in Paris last Friday wasn't just a power cable, though. It also was fibre optic connected. And we're going to look to connect Irish universities to the French and beyond using that cable. The previous week, the last Cancor will be glad to hear, we saw a similar cable coming from Iceland into Galway Bay. And now we're looking to see, could we help south of Portugal to be part of this interconnected, digitally connected European Union. That's what we can do and we will do as a country as part of the transition that you are leading. Can I just close by saying, we have done this before, this sort of transition. From the late 50s through to when we joined the European Union, we went from a closed economic model to an open economic model. We did that by being consistent on some principles behind it. Investing in education for all our people, joining the European Union, being open to be enterprising and trade. Well, I think today there's some similar principles in this new union that you are leading. Firstly, it has to be based on climate justice. And we saw that in Sharm el-Sheikh, where the European Union team, I think, made a significant contribution in breaking this north-south divide in the world. I was so proud at 4 in the morning, there was the Polish representative said, as we were on that last morning, Sunday morning, Saturday night, I said what we'd done was an example of European collaboration, and that was true. We need that justice also here at home. The Fit for 55 legislative package you're leading out, 20 major pieces of legislation, has to provide a just transition in this new economy. And last but not least, to pick up what Deputy Coveney was saying about it being a peace project, I think it can be in this way. This new power is a shared power. It has particular characteristics: diverse, decentralised, limitless. We're in a race to the top with China and US in this, where their success will not undermine ours. That Inflation Reduction Act could see their technology develop. Well, we can share in that, because it is a shared power. And I think if we go in that attitude to the world, being innovative and clever in this and seeing it as a peace project in this way, then we will succeed. And I wish you the best of luck and thank you for your leadership in office.